Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the day second of bootcamp on React and JavaScript. If you are able to listen to me properly and if my audio is audio is audible and video is properly visible to you, please let me know in the chat section. And again, good evening to everyone present in the chat section. Good evening to everyone. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and don't just spam present sir, present sir. Of course, I will be sharing the attendance in the last 5 minutes of this particular session. So don't just spam with present sir, present sir, and attendance. Okay. First of all, can you guys give me the summary of what we have seen in yesterday's session? Okay, we have 1 minute left, so we can discuss what we have seen in the yesterday's session. Can someone just put in chat section a summary in 1 or 2 lines what we have seen in yesterday's session? What is today's session about? Of course, for that I am only here, so we'll be discussing that thing, what we are going to cover and all the things. But before that, can you guys let me know what we have seen in yesterday's session? How to download Node.js and React.js. Actually, we have seen this thing yesterday only. How to download Node.js and React.js. Okay, and I hope everyone have installed on their system with Node.js and sorry VS Code, actually not React.js, Node.js and VS Code. Okay, perfect. So I think it's 9:30 and we'll wait for 2 more minutes for a few more people to join and then we can start off with the particular session, right? Okay. So an error is showing after installing Node.js and by entering that command. Okay. How many of you are getting that particular error after just typing node in CMD? Just put that section in the chat section. Just put that section, put that thing in the chat section. How many of you are getting that particular error or something like that? Okay, so after installing Node.js, you just need to search for Node on your CMD. Nothing apart from that. That's it. Okay, but still, if you are getting error, what you need to do, I will show you that thing. See, first of all, I will share my screen and then I can start off with the session. Okay, perfect. My screen is visible to all of you, I guess. Please let me know if it is visible to you as well. Yes, perfect. So what I will do, I will show you first thing. I have installed Node.js on my system. For that, you just need to search for Node over here. Hit enter and see you are getting this welcome to Node.js and the version of it. Which particular version of Node is installed on your system that you are getting over here, right? Okay, very simple thing. And then I will just say Control plus C to exit to get exit out over here. Okay, I have got the exit. Okay. And still, if you are getting any problems, guys, just check if Node.js is installed properly or not. You can just go into the Windows search bar and search for Node over here. You might be getting this Node.js command prompt or Node.js application over here. If you are not getting these things, it means it is not installed properly on your system. So make sure everyone is installing it properly, right? Okay. Someone is getting okay npm, just let me just point that thing out over here. Okay, the error is okay, admin package json error 9048, no such file or directory open. Okay, for that thing what I will suggest you, Pawan, you can just delete the installation file of Node.js, uninstall it first of all and try to reinstall it. Okay, I think this thing will fix your issue. And if after searching this after searching after searching node on CMD, if you're not getting this particular time of kind of response, what you can do, you can just go into the node, search for Node.js over here, and just open its file location actually for Node.js over here. So something like this you will get over here, that okay, this is the file location. Okay, and you need to copy this particular file location of Node.js, and again go and search for env, which will open up the environment variable settings for you over here, and in which you need to select the path, edit the path, and add new path over here, and just paste that link over here, whatever you have copied the location of node. Okay, and then your issue will be solved. You will be able to see, okay, that Node.js is installed completely on your system. Perfect. So that is the only requirement as of now. Correct. So how many of you have downloaded Node.js and not getting any error, and also have downloaded VS Code? Please let me know once in the chat section. Just let me know, and we will be starting with the today's session, where we will be building our very first program of Hello World in React.js. I will show you how to install React React.js template with the help of a create React app. What is this, and all those things. Okay, both done. Okay, perfect. So now we can start off with today's session. Okay, so what I will do, I will go back over here and will search for React official documentation. Okay, so here is the thing for starting the new React project. Okay, so the very first thing is that you need to use this particular command, npx create React app latest. Okay, but before writing this particular command, I will suggest you guys, first of all, I will do one thing. I will go to another directory in my music folder. I'm going actually. Okay, over here, and let me see if we can. Oh, sorry. Perfect. Yes. So I am in my music directory. And so what we need to do as of now, you can just search for npm once, and let me check if npm is there or not. See, whenever you install Node.js on your system, you will be directly getting the access to Node Package Manager. When you install Node.js, Node Package Manager will automatically give their access to you, right? This is the thing. And the very next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, npm I, okay, or you can just write I, or you can just write install. Everything is possible, like everything is workable over here. And just write this particular thing, create React app. Okay, and hit enter. See, it will install this particular create React app package for you. Okay, which will help you for creating the new application for React. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, this saying okay, this version of tar is no longer available. Okay, no issues, but perfect. I will do CLS over here, right? And then what you need to do is just write this particular command, or I can just copy this from over here. Npx create. Oh, sorry, I don't want to go with the next application. We simply want our create React app. Perfect. So here is the thing. Perfect. So the command for that is npx create React app and the name of my application. Okay, whatever you want to do it. Okay, and before that, see, before before applying this particular step, you need to install first of all create React app. This is a separate package manager for getting the React code on your local system, right? So make sure you are running first this particular command npm install. You don't need to write -g or something like that. If you want, you can write -g. Simply means you are installing create React app globally. Okay, very simple. And then you can run this particular command create React app and the application name. So I will go back to my CMD. Okay, I will paste that particular link. uh, okay, so I will just write it out, npx create React application and the application name. So application name can be anything. So let's say we want to go with the to do list. Let's say the application name is to do, nothing apart from that. I will hit enter over here. Okay, We need to rename it as in small. I think small case it will work. Okay. So it is saying that okay, creating a new React app in my this particular folder location, which is music. Okay. So this installation will take, I don't know, but this installation take will 2 to 3 minutes for installing. Okay, because it will load I think up to 100 and 140 MB of files in your system. Okay, and what are these file and folder that we are going to see in today's video? What are these files and folders and how to get started with the first React application? Of course, I will try to teach you everything from the scratch. These are the very basic things like what is Webpack, what is Babel, all these things are there. So that we are going to cover in today's video, today's bootcamp. So it will take time again. Let me go back to my music folder and see if it is getting created. Okay, so I to do folder is created and okay, we are having this package file over here. But again, let me go back and see how much time it will take. Okay, so installing packages. Perfect. See, it depends on your system actually, how much your system is having RAM and ROM, SSD. Okay, all these things matter when you are working with the React. Okay, so minimum of 8 GB of RAM is required and minimum of 256 of SSD is required. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time for installing React over here on your system. Correct. That's the thing. So I missed yesterday's attendance. If I attend all 6 classes, of course you will be getting. See, we are not looking for all the attendances. I think 6 day attendance is fine, but you have to submit the projects at the end of the boot camp, right? That this thing will prove that okay, you were actually attending the boot camps. That is the thing, right? And don't spam this present sir, present sir. If you are having any issue with the installation process with React or what we have learned up till now, let me know that thing in the chat section. Okay, perfect. So it will take few more minutes. I don't know, but we can't move forward without this. Okay. Meanwhile, what I will do, I will show you Babel. Meanwhile, it is okay. So Babel is what? Okay. So you simply know that we are using React, and in React, the code is not like simply simple JavaScript, right? It is a kind of JSX code. So JSX means what? That we have already seen in yesterday's video, but today also I will show you one quick example of that. Correct. See, so Babel is a JavaScript compiler, and you already know this thing that browser only understand plain JavaScript. It doesn't understand the modern JavaScript or the React code as well. Okay, so Babel will help us to convert whatever code we are writing in React.js or in modern JavaScript. So with the help of with the help of Babel, the code will get converted automatically to what? To plain JavaScript or to the vanilla JavaScript, which browsers can understand, right? And those who know what is DOM, what is document object manipulation, okay, so they will be able to understand these things very easily, like how my React code is working behind the scene and all those things, right? So let me click on try it out. Oh, not this. So let's say if I'm writing something like this over here, let's say I have just written one variable over here, nothing apart from that. If so, that's the thing actually. Okay, in this way we are going to get our browser compatible JavaScript out in Babel. Okay, so that's the thing, sir. I missed yesterday's class. I attend all six. See, I think I have already answered this particular question. Okay, so this is Babel. Okay, of course we will coming back to Babel one more time as well, but as of now what we will do, we will go back to my CMD. We'll check if it is created. Yes. So as you can see, my project has been successfully created. So if you just go into the folders and go into the location wherever I have installed this particular file. So to do I have created, and inside to do I am having these particular files and folders: node modules, public, source, git ignore, package JSON, and readme right away. Okay. So, what we can do? Yes, of course, I will be talking about white as well. You should be going with white or create React app, but at the end of this class. Okay, let me just explain you the folder structure of React. It will be going to same in all of the scenarios in white, in create React tab, and yarn, of course. Like, okay. So before that, what I will do, I will just do this thing, code, and I will. Sorry. First of all, I need to go inside my to do folder. So it's cd to do. Yes, we are in the to do, and then I will say code space dot hit enter, and okay, I will be okay. So directly my VS code is launched. So those who are getting the errors after typing this particular command, code and space dot, if you are getting like code is not recognize an internal and external command, so for that you need to do this thing. Just search for VS code, okay, and sorry, just open the file location of VS code on your system. Perfect. Uh, Sorry, you just don't need to launch it actually. Just copy its path. Perfect. Copy its path and go into the env. Okay, go into the env. What is this opening? Okay, and in path you need to add the path for VS code actually. So actually I have added it over here. So for that you need to just click on new and just paste that path over here, and you will be, and the code is resolved. Like actually the error will be resolved. Now just write again code space dot. If still it is not working, just restart your CMD and then it will be working. Very simple. Correct. Okay. Perfect. So all of my code now is open over here in my VS code. Perfect. So now if you can see the folder structure over here, guys, what we are having. So first thing first, we are having is the node modules folder, right? So in node modules, we are having multiple files. So whatever things which are required in React.js for us to build the projects. So mostly everything you will find out in this particular node modules. Okay, whatever React.js is based, like all dependencies. So everything is present over here in my Node.js folder. Perfect. So very simple, right? Apart from that, if you go in my public folder, see this is my fav icon means it is just a logo of React. Okay, and then we are having this particular file which is index.html, and those who know what is index.html, css or JavaScript, okay, so they know that every file which is created with the help of these three technologies has the entry point of from this particular file by the name index.html. Okay, very simple. Correct. So there is nothing written over here in the index.html. If you see it properly, if you just close the heading tag, in body we are not having anything. We are just having one no script and there is one div. Okay, so I will explain you what is this no script tag. Those who don't know. Okay, so first of all, can you guys let me know, like any one of you knows what is this no script tag? Just let me know in the chat section. This is very interesting part, like why we are using no script in React.js. Okay, if we are not using it, our code will still work. But what is the reason behind using this no script? Can anyone please try this thing out in the chat section? Does anyone know? No default. No, that is not the proper answer. Just try any different answer. Try any different answer. You can just search in the Google as well if you don't know. Okay. No, it is not like a comment actually. It is not like a comment. Okay, okay. I will clear this thing for you. Okay, it will run when JS is not on. Yes, Adnan, it is the right answer actually. Okay. So see, the thing is that for many browsers, actually, Java. So whenever we work on browsers, so JavaScript is the major part in the what you can say in the front end for the browsers. And every code, every website that you see has JavaScript in it. Without JavaScript, nothing will work. So for if someone has disabled JavaScript for their browsers, okay, so this message will pop up that you need to enable JavaScript for running this particular application. And this thing will only get pop up when my JavaScript is turned off on any browser. So for that, it is being used, no script tag, right? Perfect. Very simple thing. And it is not an alternative content. It is a kind of alert, right? It is a kind of alert actually. Okay, simple. And after having this index.html, we are having some logos, React logos, and all this thing. And after starting this project, of course, you are going to get like where we are using all these logos and different things. Then we're having okay before learning manifest.json, come back to this package.json. So package.json file is what I can say. It's a kind of a meta file which is having some extra information about my React project. So you can see, I am having name, I am having version of my React, whether is it private or not, and the dependencies which are present in my React as of now. So React DOM is there, React scripts are there, and why we are using React script just to let our React know that whenever I type start, just run this particular React script and start my project. Whenever I run build, just build my whole project. And what does it mean by build? We'll come back to this thing at the end of this session. Okay, that is another interesting thing, right? Screen is clear actually. Which extension to download? I don't think so. There is any extension. This is just a simple thing. Theme actually. We can go for that into the theme section, and yeah, you can just choose any themes. As of now, I am using this theme, which is dark modern default dark modern theme. Perfect. Very simple. Okay. Apart from that, okay. So apart from that, what we are having? So we are having scripts. I think we have seen that thing, and then we are having these ASLN configurations that we don't need to know as of now. Okay, and then we are having browsers list and this simple development thing, like in which particular browsers this code should work. So it is for Chrome, it is for Firefox, and for Safari. Okay, and if you want to add any new particular browser, then you need to make sure that you are entering its data over here in the development. Correct. And this package.log.json, so you can understand it like it will give you the version of each and every tool which is present inside my node modules. You can see inside node modules we are having this Ashutosh Rati, Word Brav. Okay, someone like if you know like React is open source. Okay, so anyone can see the React code and he or she can update the React code. He can contribute to the open source. Okay, so that's why you can see random names over here. Here is the name of Ashutosh Rati. He has added something called Word Wrap. Okay, so these are the things. Perfect. And also we are having this Babel. So whenever we are installing React, okay, whenever we are installing this React by using npx create React app, so automatically Babel will get installed with that. So that things you can find over here. See, we are having Babel, Babel core, all these things are there. Perfect. So very simple thing again. And then we are having this file by the name git ignore. So git ignore is used basically whenever I upload this particular code into my GitHub on my GitHub. So these files will be ignored. These node modules will be ignored because this is a literally very huge file. Okay. So we don't need to upload this particular file. Of course, we'll be requiring only build only for deploying all my project into the production. Okay. So this is just for the case of development. Okay, and then we are having manifest JSON. So again, this is just giving me the extra information, the meta information, okay, regarding my project, but in JSON format. So this is not the plain JavaScript object. This is JSON actually. Okay, perfect. So how many of you are understanding this thing? Have you seen this particular thing, JSON, or you might have heard about JSON? What is JSON, or something like that? In my previous boot camps, I have covered this thing. What is JSON and difference between JavaScript object and JSON in a very simple manner. Can you repeat the question, please? So, does anyone know about JSON? What does it mean by JSON? Why why JSON is being used? Okay, so JSON is like what you can say a document type. Okay, so you might have heard about XML. Previously, XML is used to store the database. We used to store our database in XML format. So XML is like HTML only, correct? So let's say, let me show you the example of XML as well. Then XML can go directly to the images, I guess. See, XML is the file format something like this. So for every, so let's say I need to write this first, last name, and all these things. So for that, I need to write these tags like HTML over here for each and every database, for each and every set of data. So let's say if we are having certain users on our application which are registered, of course. Okay. So for storing the data in XML, we'll be requiring these much things. Okay, and that's why we can say that okay, XML is using too much space, and that's why we have shifted to this JSON data type. Okay, and JSON is a lightweight. JSON is very lightweight, and we can expand it horizontally, and it is a really good scalable data type, as I can say. Perfect, very simple thing. Game config file using files is yes, of course. Game config file use XML, and I think nowadays still they are using XML only. Okay, they haven't shifted to this particular XML. Okay, this is just the extra knowledge. Okay, apart from what we are learning, what is XML, you should be knowing like what are the different kinds of data type, because all these things are asked in the interviews. That's why we are covering all this folder structure from the basic. You should be knowing that why we are using React and what is the basic folder structure. Okay, if you know the basics, I think a cracking interview will be easier for you. Okay, so apart from that, over here I think we have covered almost everything, and then we are having this file robots.txt. So I think we don't need this particular file. This is just an extra meta information. What I will do now, I will delete this particular file as we don't require it. Apart from that, I am now going to start my particular project. So the command for starting the project is npm start. Okay, hit enter, and okay, so as you can see, it is initiating React script start and starting my development server, and automatically I am able to see localhost 3000. Okay, which is working perfect, and don't know how much time it will take. Okay, so it has been compiled successfully, and we are able to see something like this. So this is the by default scenario whenever you will be going to start your first React application with the help of create React app. Right? Very simple thing. Okay. Then please increase the font size. Font size for what? I think if you are asking me for, let me see from where we can increase it. Actually, I have the habit of working with this font only. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me go to the command palette or themes so that I can see. No, there is no user snippets over here. Okay, now what we can do, guys, just give me 1 second. I will increase the font size for you, first of all. So I think if we keep it 30, that will be fine. Yeah, I think this font size is perfect. Okay. So, what? No. It is in settings actually. You need to go to the settings and then you can increase the font size. Okay, perfect. I actually forgot about that thing. Okay. So what we will do right now? See, we are able to see this particular thing right now on localhost 3000, and every React application will work on this particular port, which is dedicated to React. Okay, unless and until you are working with create React app. Okay, that's it. Okay, now what I want to do, I will go back to my folders and I will teach you from the scratch how React application is working behind the scenes. Okay, so what I will do, I will go and delete this logo. I don't want this logo anymore. I will delete this logo as well. And in this index.html, I will delete this comments as well. I don't want to see comments actually. Okay, and these comments as well, and these comments as well. Okay, simply I will save this back. And again, if we go to package.json, if I just delete package.json, let me delete it. Okay, and then in src, we are going to delete this app.css, app.js, app.text.js, index.css. We don't want it actually, because all these files are not required as of now. As of now, they are not required. Okay, then we'll be deleting this logo.svg file as well, and this report web vitals as well. We don't want setup test as well. We don't want. So we are entirely cleaning this whole code and this index.js file. Okay, so we don't want this as well. I will just clear it. I will keep it. Okay, and this fav icon. Okay, so we don't want this fav icon as well. Perfect. And yeah, so right now so git ignore is not required. Read MD, I don't think so it's required now. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, we have deleted almost everything as of now. Correct. So we are just having index.html, which is very simple actually. If you see what we are having in index.html, we are simply having one no script tag that I already explained, and we are just having one div with the ID as root, right? And sorry, and the remaining things I have removed. Okay, and you already know, if you are working with simple HTML and JavaScript, you know how we can do the DOM manipulation and all this thing. Literally very simple. Perfect. So now what I will do, I will try to create all this scenario from the scratch. Okay, so we are having our index.js file. Okay, and I already mentioned we have installed React. That's why we are able to get this particular folder structure. So now what I can do, so okay, I'm gonna say okay, where React, I'm gonna require the React first of all. I'm gonna use this particular thing. I want to use React now in this particular index.js file. So React is present in the form of modules over here in my node modules. From there, I can use it over here, something like this. Perfect. Sir, why you delete package.json? This I have deleted just to explain you guys that without using package.json with the help of normal JavaScript and using the modules, how React is working behind the scenes. That's why I'm explaining you. Okay, and we don't need to edit this index.html file anymore. All we are going to do is use this index.js as of now, and in the future we don't need this index.js as well. We'll be working on different components, but the basics are required over here because these are the questions which are asked in the interview if you are going for React.js interview. Okay, so JavaScript is the base of React.js and it is required for you to understand this thing. That's why this today's session is completely dedicated to all these things. Just give me 1 second. Uh, okay, perfect. No worries. Okay, so I have required this particular thing, and the second thing which I want is to use React DOM. And from where I will simply go over here and say, okay, I want React DOM. So I will say React is giving me auto suggestion. So it's React DOM, something like this. Okay, perfect. And although also I will keep it something like this, React DOM. Perfect. Okay, so we have required React and React DOM. Okay, these are the things which are really, really essential for you to get. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, screen is not clear. I think now it might be clear to you. Just check it once. Just check it once. Let me check it. Sir, is it important to use where in place of let and const? No, it is not like literally compulsory thing, but I'm just using where over here. Okay, it is not compulsory. It is not compulsory. You can use anything over here. It's up to you. I can use let as well. I can use const as well. Okay. So I think now my screen is visible perfectly. Okay. So now what we will do, so simply there is one method in my React DOM. So just need to say React DOM dot. See, after dot, you are getting some methods aligned over here, which is we are having render, we are having hydrate. So we are going to use render. Render means, in very simple English, render means to show. So we want to show something on our platform. So if you go back to the browser and see that my localhost 3000 currently is not showing anything, there is some issue with it, right? That's why it is not showing something. Okay, perfect. So now I will go back over here, sorry, onto my VS Code. And okay, so what parameters does this render take? Okay, so first parameter it is going to take is like what we want to show, what we want to show on the browser. Second parameter it takes is where you want to show all this thing. Correct. And third parameter is of course the callback. Okay, that we don't need to worry about callback as of now. We just need to worry about first two parameters. What to show and where to show. Correct. Yes. And now what I'm going to do. So let's say I'm going to use h1 tag over here, something like this. And I'm going to say use hello world. Very simple. And I will give one comma. And where we need to add this particular thing. Okay, just give me 1 second. I think the charging is not working properly or something like that is the issue. Perfect. Okay. I have no laptop PC, bro. Oh, you need to have, yes, you need to have the laptop V2, otherwise you are not going to perform this thing. Or use college's PC. If you are in college, you can use college PC from library or anywhere else. Okay. So first parameter is what to show. Okay. And the second parameter is going to be where to show. So in normal index.js, what we will do if you want to, let's say, add something in my this particular div, which is having an ID of root. What I will be doing, I will be just targeting this particular div with the help of my DOM, like document dot this particular thing, get elements by ID, and using this root, I will be adding something over here again. Correct. That is the proper scenario, right? Okay. So what I can do for that, I will go back to my index.js and I will say document dot get elements by ID. So I will be using this particular DOM property, get element by ID, and my ID is root. Perfect. Very simple thing. Just save this particular code, guys. Right. Very simple. Anyone, any doubt on this particular point? Anyone, any doubt? VS Code is not supporting. I don't know what you are saying. VS Code is not supporting. I don't know. I have already connected battery, sorry, charger plugged in. So I think brightness is fine as of now. Let me see, check in my mobile as well if it is fine or not. Do let me know this thing if my video is working properly or not. Okay, so video is proper. You are not getting this thing. Why we have using this particular thing? Document dot get element by ID. So that's why I already mentioned in yesterday's video that the concepts of JavaScript are required over here. Okay, and render means what? Render means, see, in React DOM we want to add something. That is the meaning of render method. And in render method, so render method is actually a function in which we need to pass some parameters, and that parameters are, so first parameter is like what you want to show. So I want to show hello world, I want to print hello world on the screen. Okay, and where you want to show, so I want to show that thing in this particular div. of my index.html. Okay, at the end of the day, page is going to be index.html. Correct, every page is in the form of html on browser, right? But how React converts it in this way? So you are going to use DOM properties, document dot get element by id. If you don't know this particular thing, you need to revise your JavaScript basics, guys. Very simple thing. And what is React DOM? See, DOM simply means document object model. If you go onto any website, let's say, see, you are able to see hello world over here. Okay, that we will come back to later. So let me just inspect any web page. See, whatever elements you are having, guys, over here. Okay, so all these things we called it as a DOM, document object model. So everything over here and that you see is in the form of document and object model. Okay, so that is the meaning of React DOM. So React DOM represents React actually. The DOM which is having React, which is written in the form of React. So this we have written in the form of React actually. Okay, so now I think everyone is getting the thing. Correct. Another funda. Yes, you can call it at another funda. Correct. Very simple thing. Okay, and just by writing this thing, you are getting hello world on the screen over here on localhost 3000. Very simple up till this particular time. Okay, so you might be thinking that how React is able to convert all this thing into my normal JavaScript. Okay, and you can see that I am using HTML over here, and I'm using like JavaScript side by side in the same function. Okay, how is it working? So behind the scene, my Babel is there. Babel is what? Babel is a JavaScript compiler. It will convert my code written in React or the code written in JSX format into the normal JavaScript. Now, what is JavaScript extension? See, currently you might be thinking, sir, that you haven't used React anywhere. You have just used this React DOM method. You haven't used React, and still the code is working fine without using React. So what I will do, I will go over here and I will say that okay, just comment out this particular line and save the code. And now if we just go back over here on the browser and see, by refreshing the page, we should be getting one error over here that let me just check that thing successfully. See over here, as you can see, that Webpack compiled successfully. So that means my Webpack has compiled all the code successfully. This is the meaning of what I'm saying, right? So right away, I will say this thing. Share. Perfect. So can you guys let me know how many of you are getting the things, sir? Which version you download? Uh, they will send a link. Okay. Attendance. Anyone, like everyone is asking about the attendance. So are those two upper two lines like header files? No, they are not header files. But whatever you want to use in React, so you need to add this React and this React DOM over here. Okay, and this is just limited for this index.js file. After that, you will not be using this thing over again and again in any other files actually. Okay, so very simple. Okay, very simple and crisp matter. Okay, so go back and yeah, this is the scenario. So apart from that, I don't know like why this is not getting refresh. Let me just do one thing. Let me terminate this and start it one more time. How many? Oh, I think we have done this many times. So actually, the thing is, why this is not working actually. We have removed that package.json file, and that's why my npm is not working for this particular file. It is not getting this thing that what is npm start. That is the only thing. Okay. Okay, but I think you have understand the topic actually. We need to again reinstall this package.json and all this file. Okay, so these are actually the required files. Okay, but just to show you how the things are working behind the scene, you need to understand something like this. Okay, And apart from that, if you don't want to use React on, if you just have to do it by the simple JavaScript way, how you will be able to perform this thing? By doing something like this, you might be saying, okay, document document dot create element. Perfect. And you might be saying that, okay, we want to create one element h1. Perfect. So I'll be storing it in any variable. Let's say let a is equal to this, and you'll be saying a dot inner HTML is equal to what? Hello world. Hello world. And then you want to add it into this particular thing, like this root document dot get element by ID, and we'll be saying dot sorry this root the name of my ID, and then simply you will be saying, okay, append child, which child you want to have for this particular thing, just use a, and you will be getting the same result actually after using this thing as well, this method as well. And this is a way of doing it by using JavaScript, correct? And the previous one that we have seen, that is the way of doing it using React. Okay, so for this particular code, if you want to add any more lines like h1, h2, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6, okay, so the code will become too much longer. Okay, and then with the help of Babel, it will get converted into the normal JavaScript, and then my browser will understand it. Okay, but you might be thinking in your mind that after creating whole full project, okay, the code will be like too much large. Okay, so then what will happen at that particular time? Okay, so at that particular time, what will happen? So we'll be having Webpack. Okay, so Webpack is used for what? Webpack is used for bundling your code. Okay, Webpack is used for bundling whole of your code actually. Okay, and then it will convert that thing into one simple file, and then that file will be uploading onto the production server, and then your website is live based on that particular build folder. Correct. So it's a very easy thing. So cannot access regular before initialization reference error. A require cannot require before initialization. What to do? I think you haven't installed the Node.js properly. I think that can be the error. You can search for that thing on the Stack Overflow. But according to me, it's the error of Node. Yes. Sir, what is the use of JSON file, package JSON especially? Yes, of course. See, package.json have all of the data about my application, like its name. So let me show you that thing in package log JSON as well. So currently I have deleted that package JSON. That's why this file has been emptied automatically. That is the reason behind that. But again, in my package JSON, I am having name of my application, all the details, scripts, and scripts are very important. So if you are running npm start, so my package.json will be checked first if the script is involved over there or not. It will check if npm's and what does this start implies. Start implies go for a React script, start the React script, and start the project, something like that. Also, if you are building your project, building means you have created your whole full project and you just want to bundle it out in one simple single file, okay, which you are going to upload onto the production. For that, package.json file is important. Without it, it is not possible. Okay. And with the help of package.json file, you can create the entire project by just running one simple command, npm I. It will install the required dependencies. Okay, very simple thing. Sir, JSON is a library. No, JSON is not a library. JSON is a data type. JSON is a JavaScript object notation. So it is a lightweight objects that we can use as a data type. Very simple thing again, right? I hope everyone has understand what I'm trying to mention, right? Okay. Any doubt in this particular thing? Whatever we have seen up till now, any doubt? What is manifest JSON? So manifest JSON is nothing but okay. Again, it is just giving you the extra information. It is kind of see. It is kind of extra information. See what we are having inside this. We are having short name, a name, and just the icons. So whenever you start your first React application, you are gonna get this icon, fav icon. Fav icon is just a logo and size and all this thing. Very simple. Correct. Okay. So what we are gonna do from tomorrow onwards, guys, we are gonna starting with our first React actual project. Okay, so we are gonna building our to-do list project. Okay, and we will be learning the things one by one. What are state? What are hooks? So tomorrow we'll be learning with the state. Okay, use state. What are hooks actually? Hooks is the correct word for that. What are hooks? What are keys? Okay, how to use it? So you can consider hooks as variable. We are having JavaScript, so in React we are having hooks. Okay, so we are gonna learn that thing now in tomorrow's lecture. But as of now, for today, what you can do meanwhile, I think this thing will not work as of now. Uh, So instead of using this npx create React app, so currently what has happened that React.dev, if you see the official documentation, this is the very old documentation actually. This is an old documentation, and in March 2023, React has updated their documentation, and they are not suggesting for like to use this create React app, and the reason behind that is that is very simple. So this is not a production ready. This will not give us a production ready environment actually. Okay. So for this React, their what you can say, their developer suggests us to use either White or Next.js as a framework for building React application. Okay. So we are gonna use White from tomorrow onwards. And what is White? So you can just search for or else create React app using White. There are very simple step. Okay. And see, for that, I will show you that thing as well, how to use this thing. I will go one folder back. Perfect. I will clear my screen and I will say yarn. Oh, yarn. Because I think yarn white create. Okay. And I think just hit enter. Oh, yarn white not found. It's saying perfect. And you might be thinking, sir, what is yarn? YARN? So it is another package manager like npm we are having. Okay. Sir, what do we have to prepare for tomorrow's project? Yeah, that only I'm telling you now. What you have to install and how you have to install. It is literally very easy to install. And if you see the amount of files which are installed when you create the React application using this particular method, create, that we have seen up till now. Okay, I think the size of file would be 140 MB. Correct. And if you use white, it will be something across 70 75 MB again, and it is easy to start with white. Okay, for that, see, here is the blog on DigitalOcean, which is very simple. I just need to use this particular command, yarn create white. But before that, if you are not having yarn on your system, you just need to write something like this, yarn npm I yarn. Okay, and just install yarn first and then go with this particular command, yarn create white. Okay, so it's something like this, yarn create white. Hit enter. Okay, it is creating white for you. Okay, and it will ask you the project name. So I'm gonna add some project name. I'm gonna say, okay, I want to add, oh sorry, simply I will say to do list. I will hit enter. And now you need to choose which particular framework you want. So I want React. Will hit enter. And then I will choose simple JavaScript. Okay. So here we are having the option of TypeScript plus SWC, JavaScript. So we are going with simple JavaScript. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now you can see that it is saying that, okay, my this particular project is created. I just need to do CD and this to-do list. Perfect. And then I need to run this particular command, yarn, one more time. Okay. After hitting yarn, it is resolving the packages. It will create same thing, package.json and all these things for me one more time. I will show you the folder structure as well one more time after installing this thing with the help of yarn, right? So just give me, I think it will take one more minute. Okay. Meanwhile, you can also download this thing on your systems if you are like working on currently. Screen freeze, sir. No, I think screen is not freeze on my side. It might be from your side. Hi, I am from Ghana. Hi, brother. Screen not working. Oh, let me check. Oh, I think now it will work for you. I think. Yeah, it will work for you right now. Screen is freeze. Acha, okay. Let me do one thing. Let me share my screen one more time, okay? And I think now it should be visible to you. Yes, perfect. Yeah, I will repeat this thing one more time. What I have done actually. So what I have done actually, I will tell you one more time. See, I have used this particular. I will show you the blog as well directly. It will be helpful for you. Okay. So you need to learn this particular command first. Yarn create white. Okay. And before adding this particular command, you need to install yarn on your system. How to install yarn? By using very simple command npm I yarn. Simple. Install yarn first, and then you can use this particular command yarn create react. Okay, it will ask you to add the project name. So just edit it and add the project name, and then again hit enter. Then it will ask you which particular framework you want to select. You need to go with React. Okay, again hit enter. Then it will ask you which variant you want of React. Whether you and see, just go with JavaScript. Don't select TypeScript anymore. Just select plain JavaScript. Very simple. Okay, localhost is not loading. CD showing that packages are deleted. See this thing. Create this particular project now using white. Okay, just remove the previous project that we have created. Right, very simple thing. Okay. Okay. So I think now if you see, okay, all of my project is created, and I will open the same thing in my VS Code as well, just to show you how it is working. Correct. So as you can see, we are having package.json over here as well. Correct. We are having index.html as well. So just a little bit changes are there in this particular thing. Okay. So then we are having main.jsx over here. Okay. And instead of having that index.js, we are having main.js. And see here the thing is there React DOM dot create root. Okay, so it is actually creating the root. This is the separate method, but again, you don't need to worry about this thing. At the end of the day, we are adding everything to see document dot get element by ID and root and dot render. So there are many ways to use this render method. You can use this thing as well, or simply what we have done that right now. And I am adding my app over here. So app is actually one component. Okay, so in React, everything is all about the component. Okay, so after like going inside, what I will do, I will run this particular command yarn dev, and yeah, it is giving me this local host that I have to copy and open it in my browser. Simple. And as you can see, my new React application is loaded, which is white plus React. Correct. So this is the homepage of white plus React application. I hope everyone has got it. Correct. Don't worry, everyone. Please, you are going to get the certificate. Please make sure you are attending from today onwards. I think 6 days of attendance is compulsory. Otherwise, I don't know you will be getting certificates or not. Okay, so just do this thing. Install White and White plus React, and from tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting with the actual React. Okay. Yeah, I think for today that is enough, right? And now let me share the attendance with you, and if you are having any doubts, yeah, please let me know. I am here only. Okay, so I have added the attendance link in the chat section. Make sure everyone is filling it out. Perfect. And still, if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the chat section. I'm here for you. My GitHub profile, it is 15 Vikrant, 15 and capital VIKRANT. I know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, HTML, CSS, but don't know JavaScript. Is it is new for me? Should I continue? Yes, you can continue with the boot camp, and meanwhile you can learn JavaScript. Okay, the basics are actually required over here, and React is very simple if you are going with the basics. Okay, like today we have seen how JavaScript is working, how React is working behind the scene. Likewise, only you have to learn. So what we have to do in the project by ourselves in the last to submit. Please, of course, I will give you the idea. Don't worry about it. Attendance link. If someone is not getting, I don't know why you are not getting. I have already pinned it up. I have already pinned attendance. Actually, if you see, okay, one more time I have pinned it. Okay, just check it one more time. I have one more time pinned it, and let me know if you are having. Sir, can you give a brief of today's lecture? So yeah, one last time I'm giving this thing, and we'll be ending this session over here. So in today's lecture, we have actually installed our first React application with the help of create React app template, right? And after that, I have explained you that what is the folder structure, which files are having which particular content, right? So everything I have explained to you in detail. Apart from that, I have also shown you by removing all the content and by creating all the things from the scratch and the different ways actually to create the files with the help of React DOM, the render method, the what I can say parameters of that particular method. All these things I have tried to show you, right? So that's it. And also in the last, I installed this React application with White that will be seeing from tomorrow onwards. Okay, how to use the actual React. Okay, so we are having still 5 days. I think I will try to cover almost everything in React in these 5 days. Okay, so that is the summary of today's session. Can you provide the notes in the form of PDF? Let me check if I'm having with me. I will, of course. Sir, Ryan is someone is having error. Yarn installing. Arey, it is very simple. Just do one thing. Just go on Google and just search for that thing. How to install React with White. There is one really good blog written on DigitalOcean website. Just follow that thing and very simple. Literally 3-4 steps. Install it. Correct. Very simple thing. Please explain more about yarn. Yarn is yarn. Let me paste this attendance link one more time and make sure that everyone is filling out the attendance form, guys. Okay, don't miss it out. Okay, I have added it one more time and pinned it. Okay, so first thing about yarn and white. Okay, the difference, there is no difference actually. There is these are two different things. So yarn is actually the package manager like npm. So in npm we are having yarn. We need to install it first, and yarn will help us to install white and react. Okay, and white is lightweight. White is lightweight as compared to create react app template. And also the bundle that we get after using white will be a lot more lightweighted. Okay, and also it will what I can say, it is more optimized. It is a more optimized thing. And over here we are not going to using a webpack. We are using this es lint over here for bundling. What is this things I will explain to you in more detail. Don't worry about it. Whenever we are building this thing on the last day, I will show you all this thing by deploying this React project as well. Connect on or Vercel or something like that. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So I think this is done for today's video, and we'll see you in tomorrow's lecture, tomorrow's boot camp. Yes, India won by 243 runs. Perfect. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye.